Hi guys, Mark Crossfield here. More questions coming at you from my AskGolfGuru app. We've got Steve Buzza guessing on some answers today. Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
Let's give this guy an answer. I think he's talking about gap testing in this one. Mark carried out, yeah, gap testing. Let's get stuck in. Right, Steve, I like this question. When you gapped your clubs, talking to me, hello Mark, yes, have you marked the carry or the total distance on your clubs? The carry figure is handy for going over greenside bunkers as extra, I suppose, but I guess you also want to know how far you're going to roll out afterwards. Thanks, Rich. Interesting question. My distances on my clubs are carry. 134 with my 9-iron here is carry.
Yeah, carry.
And I know I can push it kind of 10 yards either side, or even more if I wanted to. It's like my average within myself carry. I don't want a 9-iron to roll out at all. Don't particularly want a 7-iron to roll out at all. I don't particularly want a 4-iron to roll out at all, but I know it might roll out 5 to 10 yards subject to the kind of green I'm hitting into. I only want to know the carry distance. I'm sure you're the same. Carry,
and the reason is carry can be constant. Total, there's loads of variables.
There's more variables, isn't there?
I mean, it can change to weather conditions, it can change to
green's soft, green's hard,
downhill.
Hitting onto green this way, absolutely. I mean, I've played courses where US Open was a great example at Pinehurst, hitting onto those bowl greens. They need to know their carry, but then they want to know if that ball's going to spin back or not.
Yes.
And they're going to know that from, they know a 9-iron on average might spin back, say 4 yards or whatever that is. So if there's that kind of drop off at the front, they might go for a soft 8, those kind of things. Carry all day long. And an interesting point for the amateurs, I remember playing at a course, yeah, you go and hit one. I remember playing at a course where there was a, when I was younger, there was a par 3, okay, I can't remember exact yardage, let's call it 180 yards, okay. I would hit a 4-iron into it, and I would play with people who hit the ball much shorter than me, who could hit 6-iron into it. How do you think that was happening? And they would go, what do you hit there, Mark? I hit 4-iron. 4-iron, I hit 6-iron. You know, my drives were like 50 yards past them. But then why do you think that might be happening? Lots of people can't work this one out. Amateurs always struggle with this one for definite. Some pros do as well. Steve looks like he's struggling.
I was hitting, I wasn't listening.
Well, look, what happens, right, is I would land the ball on the green. The greens were watered.
Yes.
But in the UK, when it gets dry, the fringes aren't particularly, and certainly the fairways aren't. They were landing 20 yards short and rolling it on.
Yeah. And
I was trying, I didn't want to leave it to the bounce, so I would throw my 4-iron all the way onto pin high and stop it. So that I'm literally throwing my 4-iron 20, 40 yards, whatever, further than them. So amateurs often are working in their bounces, but if you're going to do that, like Steve says, the variables are going to be massive and the scoring is going to be very tough. All you've got to understand is that land angles will change with them. So a 4-iron I ain't going to get zipping back, but I can do into the wind. Downwind, I might expect it to run on 10 yards or what have you.
Like, that's a fantastic point as well, because if you don't know how far you carry it, you might be landing it in an area that's kind of right on the fringe.
Yeah.
So a yard either side is going to cause like a shot that goes 30 yards different.
I remember, I mean, the summer balls bouncing above head height, hitting before the green. And of course you played that would have been the same, but the greens and the immediate fringe are watered, just kind of stopping and within like 5 yards and spinning back, and people would go, what do you hit there, Steve? 7-iron. Quite a 9-iron up there. Yeah, but you chased it 50 yards.
You'll get it in the guy. My total's 180.
Yeah.
You're landing it, let's say 165.
Yeah.
The difference between a 163 and a 166 is 30 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it completely changes everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I used to play a place that had a par 3 that had a downhill front to the green, uphill to the back. So the further you threw it, it stopped. Landed it short, it rolled through.
Absolutely. So it's
carry can sort that.
Yeah, I totally agree. So it's
trying to hit it properly.
Yeah, that's the harder bit. So it's carry, guys, for me, and it should be much for you. If you aren't hitting in the middle of the club that much, this number will jump around a bit, but you want to try to work out those variables a little bit more. Try not to work too much of the bouncing, because like Steve says, and I agree, it's going to change from course to course, day to day, week to week. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for the question. Thanks for buying the app, and I hope that helps. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.